project between Bawnmore and Longlands made by the young people?
It's about our community through our eyes in 2015.
Back in 2015, I was, I think, around 15 or 16 years of age. I was still very involved in cross-community project things, such as the T-Buck projects. And back then, Felden was, to me, a very exciting project. It was good to know that, there was a new community being built in between both the Longlands and Bawnmore community. Longlands, where I come from.
Just scared for them as well, in case trouble happens.
Back then I did have some concerns, just if there was trouble from people that maybe were holding on to the past or had, very biased views. I just didn't want anyone to get hurt or, any violence. But there was some concerns. But overall, back then I was excited because a lot of areas around here, if not all, are very divided. So it was exciting for people to come together, and I was hoping there would have been a lot more, cross community opportunities as well back then. Yeah.
We were involved in film from 1998. It was never talked about as a shared space, but then T-Buck was never around in them days. So it was just an extra 90 odd houses for the housing waiting list. Then it became that they started talking about it being a T-Buck and a shared space.
We wouldn't be with each other like in the streets because obviously people in Rathcoole wouldn't welcome me and people here wouldn't welcome them. So
I think Felden was one of the first times that a shared neighbourhood had been, sort of developed. So to see that take place at 15 or 16 years of age, whilst being involved in so much cross community, it showed that was actually being followed up on.
When the first tenant moved in, it was the end of the road, really, in getting it successfully completed. But it was the start of a journey in making it a success.
Looking back in 2015, it was a really challenging time. The concept of promoting a new shared neighbourhood was something that was new to us as an organisation, as well as to the local community.
This is Felden. It's a building project between Bawnmore and Longlands. There's a couple of issues because there's talks of Protestants being moving in, so
Writing on the walls.
Catholics have been writing on the walls and stuff to try and tell them not to move in.
It's not even like the young people that's doing it, it's just stupid people living in the past.
This was condemned right across the political divide, and the local community there let it be known that this attempt of intimidation wasn't being done in their name. So I think that coming together sent out a very strong message that the concept of shared housing wasn't going to be stopped.
Clonmel's vision for Felden has always been to create a space where diversity is celebrated, where everyone feels safe and comfortable and at home, and to create that space where the people who live in the neighbourhood have a sense of community themselves.
Shared neighbourhood to me means integration. It means progress, opportunity. It's to ensure that the young people are growing up with more of a respect and understanding of that there are different cultures and traditions out there, and that's okay. That's okay if your friend has a different religion or culture or belief.
I would say that, as I say, for me, that's the normal way of living. People need to share experience, learn from each other, understand backgrounds. With understanding, everything falls in,
The shared community to me is all different backgrounds, different views and cultures coming together, and not forgetting where you came from or not celebrating your culture. I feel like you can still do that in your own way, but it's just a shared community and a shared neighbourhood would be the goal, personally, to me, to live in.
There's a big fear there that, we don't know what this is about or this is about. And I think, again, that's natural, but once people, begin to experience and speak to each other and talk and, and then they realise that, hey, hold on, it's okay.
My understanding of Clonmel is that there are good relations. Scheme currently has a bridging and bonding part, and that basically is to bridge the other communities and bond with them within a 5-mile radius. So within a 5-mile radius, you have Bawnmore and Longlands, which would be predominantly nationalist communities, and then you have Rathcoole and White City, which would be predominant unionist loyalist communities.
The key thing was developing the relationships, and over time, I believe we've really benefited from the opportunity to work alongside a wide range of community organisations in the local area to develop projects, develop programs, to deliver events that have created opportunities for people to come together and together learn and develop an understanding of what a shared neighbourhood means to us all.
They've set up an awful lot of training with like certificates and stuff like that. It's not just training for training's sake. You get something out of it as well, you know, so they're really interested in the future of their I suppose, their residents.
We've developed and delivered projects with organisations like Women's Tech, Bryson Future Skills, Crack NI. Those are opportunities for tenants to develop new skills, develop new opportunities, and we really encourage tenants to use those opportunities to further their own life skills, life opportunities, employment prospects at times, and to really thrive as people and as individuals.
The opportunities that have came from moving into here, like finding out about like different organisations and services out there that have helped me come along the way too in my personal life. And they've had quite an impact too. Without moving in here, I wouldn't have been aware. Like, for example, like Women's Tech out there, you know, I gained more qualifications, you know, for like wallpapering and decorating and woodwork, you know, and then I became Student of the Year with them. You know, that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't moved in. I wouldn't have heard about them. And from doing that is also been involved with like more integration in different works and working within different communities like the Shankill Women's Centre and, you know, people over in the Falls and, you know, all at the Ardoyne, everywhere. And it's great.
Living in Felden is very important for my daughter's development and education. The reason I wanted to move, and is the reason I'm really happy being here, because she can, same way that I want to pass on my culture, my background, my, you know, the way it was brought up, but she can still be able to see around other things, you know, and take the best of it, of everything, you know. For her, I wanted to have open mind and understand people.
There needs to be more opportunity to be able to live, learn, work, and socialize together. As for the community strategy,
people have to be patient. It will grow. It will get successful. Or people just have to be patient. You can't go from one area and then expect it just to be a shared area. It's got to grow.
I just think that's the way to go. Outreach work and youth work and people coming together to get, you know, an understanding of the other community first, and then when they move in together, I feel like that'll wipe out any conflict or negative, you know, views or anything like that.
I only see things going in the right direction. I can't see things going back for the worst.
The success of Felden is the people who live there, the people who have actually given it a chance to settle and actually now to thrive as a community. The people who have come on a journey from maybe concern, maybe hesitation, maybe anxiety about what a shared neighbourhood is, to now being in a space where, you know, they believe that it is a successful shared neighbourhood, whenever many back in 2015 thought that could not have been the case. And I think that's something that is important for us to reflect on.